get it. So when we don't do well, they'll give us another test, or like you just try and get it on the next thing, so you bring your grade up.
Sitting down and just listening to lectures, because for me, I really like to move around, and like I play sports and stuff, and I like to move and stay active every day. And when you're just sitting in class doing nothing, except for listening to someone, it gets a little boring, and then sometimes you'll just phase or phase off.
Yeah, and then you can't really remember anything. So if you're involved, it's way easier to remember everything.
I would like for our teacher to be concise with his instructions, and for us to be able to work for the whole class instead of like listening to like lectures of how to do stuff, because I think we pretty much know how to do most of the concept.
Because last year in middle school, if I didn't like complete like a worksheet, teachers are like, oh, there's no way you had to go to practice, babysit, do chores, and not have any time for your homework.
It's because she's strict, and if we miss the day, she won't let us copy the notes back unless we come to tutoring. And
it's like you sit there, you listen, and or else you'll have to do paperwork, and like it's really silent, and it's like really nothing going on.
The only thing that we mostly do is reading and math, because at the end of the day we have to do social studies, science, and writing, so we don't get time to do that.
You just sit at a desk and you fill out paperwork, or you do a video.
We just do the question by ourselves. And if we get it wrong, she just says, So, and we work on it again.
It's not hard, but I would say that it's like challenging, but it's also a safe environment for people to ask questions if you don't know. So if you ask like not a really great question, you won't really get laughed at like that.
And we're comfortable asking questions even if they're not that great.
They sometimes do like quick review games to see what we learn and what we still need to know.
So some of my teachers, they'll look at the data of all the class tests, and then they'll break us up into groups of how good you did on the test, and then you'll work on that part of the subject.
So until now, I've never had a teacher who's like implemented a system of standard-based grading, where she's just giving us our objectives, and you're not really graded based off of how well you're completing an assignment, but if you complete the objective and if you like get it.
And also, if we like fail a test, she'll like call us, and then she'll help us explain it, and then we'll get to redo the test to see if we learned anything. It's also very like energetic, and she moves around the classroom, so it's not just like a monotonous classroom. So it's not just all the same. Like every day, she'll like have like a new activity, and then like we'll get to do like physical activities in class too.
I like when teachers show me multiple ways on how to do something, just in case I don't know the other way. They show me the other way so I can still understand.
I know I've learned something when I can relate it to like real life instances, and I can just implement those numbers or whatever else it is, and it just like clicks on.
Say if you see it on your progress report, as we was talking about the standard-based grading, whatever, they'll let you reassess. One of my teachers lets me reassess on it to give me another shot at it, I guess.
Is that she allows us to teach the words to the students, and she makes us do motions. We do motions, and we like walk around the room. We say words so we can remember them. So that's a way how I really like that class.
So the learning target is either on the board, but you don't really got to write it down. You just make sure that you read it and you understand it. You ask questions if you have to.
It was very interactive. Like, she was a very interactive teacher. She was always moving. All the lessons we did, they were hands-on and stuff like that. We sat in tables, so it was like no one was like isolated from each other. Everyone was either, and we always switched tables. I think it was every other week, so you never like didn't know anybody. You sat with everybody all the time. And on the walls, she had a colorful room. I remember that because she liked to be vibrant, and be like really upbeat about everything.
And I just like classrooms with like the long tables because it allows for the teacher to kind of get some flow and some movement, and it also allows for us to have like open discussions and like to talk to multiple people and get like different opinions.
They put up their students' work